Here I'm going to use Watercolor Ground by Daniel Smith. It's a transparent watercolor ground, and I'm going to try using it on this ornament to use with some watercolor and gouache. It looks white, but I think it's going to dry transparent. I'm going to use some of that to paint. I'm using a flat brush, synthetic flat brush that's not too precious. Making sure I have a paper underneath so I could go over the edge. Just going over it to make sure that I can get an even coat. I'm going to try one more. And you can see the wood is actually looking slightly damp. These are dry now. You can see there's no sheen or anything. You can't even tell that there's a coating on there of this watercolor ground. And it feels a little bit like sandpaper, fine, maybe a little rougher grit sandpaper. Not quite a sharp feeling, but there is a tooth to it. So I'm going to try painting with these now. For this first one, I'm using watercolor to see how well it blends and works on wood. And for this second ornament, I used gouache to paint the background and layered in different elements in the front to see how well it would work on this watercolor ground. So here's the final result. This is the one done with watercolor. The soft edges really worked out nicely. I didn't really plan exactly what I was going to do here, but even just with playing around, the colors really blended really nicely. I was really happy with the results on wood. And here I did gouache just to see how that would work, and it worked out really well. I'm really happy with the result, and I think it's a fun product that you can use to experiment with different materials.